Hello, my darlings.
Hey,
How are you, Barb? And Scott?
hey, 2 days of shoveling.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be the anti-shoveling class.
Yeah. And the pro back class.
I mean, it's technically, I think, our advanced class, but we're just gonna.
I'm sure anything we do is going to help my back.
Yeah,
And then I'll put on some THC cream and I'll be golden.
I love it. Good. Well,
How are
it's good to see you guys. I'm good.
Good.
I'm doing all right. I think maybe Katie talked to you about this already, but I think what we're gonna do for March is we're gonna do half price March. Just charge $30, and then the first half of the month will be recordings, and we're gonna send you all the back playlists, and then the second half of March will be live on Zoom. Because we're both gonna be out of town for 2 weeks. So rather than getting subs, and it's just a hassle when we're
That
both
makes sense.
So we're just gonna it'll be half price March for those that sign up, and pre-recorded classes for the first 2 weeks, and I'll send an email about it. And then starting on the 21st, we'll do live classes.
That's great.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me say this really fast for Heather, so she knows. Heather,
Yes.
Katie and I are gonna be gone for the first 2 weeks of March.
Okay.
And so for the month of March, we're gonna do half price. We're gonna do $30 for the month, and then the first half will be pre-recorded classes, which we'll send to those that sign up.
Okay.
And then you can just pick from we'll send all of January through, January and February, I guess. Pick a class, and then you guys probably already have the playlist from past months anyway, but anyway, and then we will do the second half of the month on Zoom.
That sounds great. Okay.
Sound good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Does that start March 2nd?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll start March 2nd. So I'll send an email out this week. Well, before the end of the month. How's that?
That sounds awesome.
No worries at all.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for your understanding. And we'll get going here. So just make sure you're muted, and I'll put this on. Yay, thanks for coming, you guys. So our practice is advanced, technically. And I thought what we might do for practice today is kind of a pretty typical flow, but I'm gonna just add a few bells and whistles onto this, this flow. So you can make it advanced if you want. And if you don't want to, that's okay too. So no pressure. I think, in our practice, we talk a lot about sometimes it's time to push and effort in your practice, and then sometimes it's time to yield or to back off a little bit. And so only you know what is appropriate for your body and for your practice. And so this might be a good opportunity to check that out. Whether it's time to push or time to yield. And I think just maybe double check to see if you guys are all muted. I'm hearing just a little bit of background noise, not a big deal, but I don't think I can mute you because I'm not the host. So all right, finding your seat on your mat. And just allowing your eyes to close, tuning into your breath. So really taking this time to shift and to move into your practice. Letting go of some of the busyness or the kind of the stress of the day, whatever that might be presenting to you. And really using this hour to be inhabiting the body, connecting to the breath. Good. And then let's just start a little bit of movement side to side. So moving your upper body a little bit side to side like a wave. And then you can come into more of a circle, moving the body around. Good, and then just go the other direction. Reach your right arm up. And come up and over to your side then. Feel into the length, the extension, the opening of your right ribs and your side body. Take another full breath here. And then come back up. Bend your right elbow, touch your upper back between your shoulder blades. Keep your left arm up, grab a hold of your right elbow. Just give it a little gentle pull, feeling into your tricep and your shoulder side. Take one more breath here. And then make your way back up. Extend your right arm out to the right and then pull it in front of you. So you're going to hold onto the arm with either your hand or your forearm. Give just a couple of breaths, a little counter pose. Good, and then release your arm down. And then lengthening the left arm up, stretch it all the way up. Come up and over into your side bend, your side body stretch. And feel into the length, the expansion, the opening of this left side body. Good. And then you're going to bring it back up. Bend your elbow, touch your upper back, put your right hand over to your left elbow. Just give it a little gentle pull to the side. Feel your tricep, shoulder. And then come back up to your center. Take your left arm out to the left and then pull it in front of you. Hold on to the arm with your hand or with your forearm, either one. Feel your shoulder, upper back. Good, and then we're going to release this arm down, uncross the legs and plant the feet to the floor. Hold on to the knees here. As you Pull your knees, lift your chest up and roll your shoulders back, open your heart. And then exhale, tuck your tailbone and round your spine and lean back a little bit, holding onto your knees. Inhale, lift up, shoulders back, open. And then exhale, tuck your tailbone and round your spine. Good. One more just like this, cat-cow movement from your seat to open your chest. And then tuck and round. Back to your upright position, bring your hands behind you, open your chest. If you're feeling it, you can lift your hips, lift your pelvis up. Or this little tabletop, stretching through your wrists, through your shoulders, opening through your heart. And then exhale, come back down to your seat, the feet a little bit wide, about the width of your mat, windshield wiper your knees side to side. Take your time here. Work hips, your lower back. Good, awesome. All right, come forward to your hands and your knees. Continuing this movement through cat-cow. So opening through the chest, lifting through the tailbone, so you're coming into a little bit of a back bend, dropping the belly, and then rounding through the spine, tucking the tailbone, chin towards the chest. Inhale to your back bend, and then exhale into your cat. Good. Take one more full round of this movement, cat-cow. Back to center. Now you're going to take your hips in a big, broad circle, moving clockwise. Exploring your own intuitive, mindful movement, taking the hips into this broad and spacious circle. Good, and then pause and go the other direction. Perfect. Coming back through center, connect to your core. Make our way to downward dog, lifting through the hips. So just feeling your body starting to warm up here a little bit at a time. Strong, connected. Feeling solid ground with your hands, your feet. You can soften and relax a little bit here through your neck, through your jaw. Take another breath. And then bend your knees, look forward, step or hop toward your hand. Standing forward, hold flat back as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Good. Just let everything take heavy here. Relaxing your neck, your face, your jaw. Take one more breath. And then all the way up to stand. Ground your feet, reach it up, stretch up. And then bring your hands together, heart center. Take your arms back up, open up and expand. Feel your body move with your breath. Exhale, forward fold. So heart leads, Hold it all the way. Lengthen, halfway lift on the in-breath. Exhale, fold. And then all the way back up to standing on your in-breath. Push with your feet, reach up tall, open. And then hands together, heart center. Good, keep this going. So take your arms back up, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen out your spine. Exhale, fold. Back up to standing as you inhale, reach up, open. And hands together, touch the heart. Good. So feeling your body move with your breath, stretch your arms back up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Take your hands down, step your way, plank pose, or push-up. Now you can always modify this by coming to your knees or going right back to your downward facing dog. Rock your whole body forward and back a couple of times, feeling into that strength and connection at your core. Good. Your next rock forward, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Stay strong at your core, your belly. Pull your shoulders back, open and lift up through your heart, Cobra or up dog, and then downward facing dog. Good. Strong and lifted through your core. And then your biceps right alongside your ears. Feel into this downward dog. Take one more breath. And then bend into the knees, look forward, back up top, up the mat, flat back, stretch forward, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Good. All the way back up to standing on your in-breath, reach up. And then hands together at the heart. Good, let's do one more, a series, sun salutation. Move with your breath, arms lengthen up as you inhale. Exhale, forward fold, so the heart leads as you fold all the way in. Your full range of motion. Flat back as you inhale. And then take your hands down, step your way to plank. Pose up the push. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, roll shoulders back, open through your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Solid, strong, steady. Good. One more in breath here. And then bend a little bit into your knees. Let's come back up to the top of the mat. Plant your feet flat back as you inhale. Stretch forward. Exhale, fold. Good. All the way back up to standing. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands together. Heart center. Good. Now extend your arms up. And now we're going to bend the knees and sit into a chair pose. Asana. Take a couple of breaths here. Imagine you had a block between your inner thighs or even between your calves. Sit a little bit deeper. Take a breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Take your hands down. Step or hop your way back. Move through that Chaturanga. Inhale, open it up, Cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stretch your right leg back, reach it up. Bend your leg and open up through the hip. Good. We're gonna step that right foot through. Coming into a warrior one or a high lunge. So feel your feet on the ground, reach your arms up. Stay for an extra breath here, wherever you are, maybe deepen into that lunge. Exhale, hands down. Step your right foot back to plank pose. Draw the belly in and up, lower down, chaturanga. Shoulders back, open and lift up through your chest. And then downward facing dog on that exhale. Step or extend your left leg back, reach it up. Bend your leg, open, lift through your hip. And step it all the way through. Warrior one or high lunge on your left side. Arms reach up. Stay an extra breath. Maybe deepen into that lunge a little bit. Exhale, hands down. Back to plank pose, chaturanga, or you can skip it and move right to downward dog. Open through your chest. Exhale, downward dog. Pause here. Good, and then bend into the knees, look forward, step or hop to your hands. Flat back, so stretch forward and lengthen. Exhale, fold. All the way back up to standing, reach it up, stretch it up, and then hands together at the heart. Good. Bend your knees, sit on back to your chair. Once again, take a breath. Exhale, bring your fingertips down toward the floor. You use a block here as well. Reach your right arm up for a little twist. Option to straighten out your right leg some and pull your right hip back. One of my favorite stretches for the low back. Exhale. Right hand down, and then extend your left arm up. So option to straighten out that left leg just a little bit, pull your left hip back, open through your chest. Exhale, back down. Now you're gonna take your feet a little bit wider than your hips. You can turn your toes out, bend both knees, and sit into a little squat pose. It's called Malasana. If it doesn't feel good to your knees or your hips or your low back, you can either sit on a block or just stay in your standing forward fold. Take another breath here. And then we're going to come back up and step your way back to down dog. Optional vinyasa here. I'm going to move through that chaturanga. Be my guest. Little breath. And then downward facing dog. Extend your right leg back behind you and up to a three-legged down dog. Keep your hips really square. Push the ground away. Take your leg up one more little inch. Exhale, pull your right knee in toward your chest and step your foot through. Coming into a crescent lunge. Or a high lunge. So reach your arms up. Breathe here. Keep your inner thighs engaged, strong in your front leg, but also lifted and strong through your back leg. Take two more breaths here. Maybe coming into a little bit of a back bend or heart opener. As you exhale, bring both hands down. Now, pick up your back leg, coming into a little standing split. So as the left leg reaches up, fold over your right leg. Option to take your right hand and forearm back behind your right calf. Give yourself a couple more breaths here. Good. Now step your left foot to the back of your mat. Center your right knee over your ankle. Left hand on the ground. Reach your right arm up for a twist, opening through the chest and through this side body. You can always bring your back knee down for more support. Take another huge breath here as you reach back and open. Exhale, take your right hand down and crawl your hands over to this left side of your mat. Spin your feet, feet parallel, lengthen on your in-breath, and then exhale, hold. So you're coming into this wide straddle forward fold. Again, this is probably going to feel really nice if you've been shoveling a lot, stretching your low back and your hamstrings, let your shoulders release, let your head and your neck relax. Good. Take one more full breath here. And then lengthen to your halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Strong through your core. Come all the way up to standing. Turn your right toes forward. Triangle pose. We're going to re-extend the arms. Reach forward, lengthen, and bring that right hand down and stretch your left arm up. Breathe here. Root through your left foot at the back of your mat. Lengthen through your spine and through your torso. Good. Spread through the arms. Feel your breath. Good. You guys now look down at the floor. One more balance here. Ardha Chandrasana. Half moves. You're going to pick up your back leg. Try to stack the body on its side. Active and reaching through that left leg, left arm and shoulder stacked over your right. Give this one more huge breath. And then bring it back down, left hand down. Step your way back to a lunge. Now you're going to step your right foot back to a plank pose. And shift your weight over to that right hand, so to the outer edge of your right foot, and sweep your left arm up. You can keep it here, flexing your toes back, or you can come down to your knee. For now, just keep your legs together. I'll give you another option next time around. One more breath here. Exhale back to regular plank, right back to down dog, everybody. Right leg in the air. Bend your leg and open. And then right leg into a pigeon pose. So bring that right leg forward, left leg stretches back. If a seated pigeon or figure four, something would feel better to you, be my guest. Otherwise, hold it in. Good. Last breath here in your pigeon. Make our way back up. We're going to take this right leg back, and so you're coming to hands and knees. Stretch your right leg straight back, the one that was just in pigeon, and then cross your right toes over to the left side of your mat and turn and look at your left toes past your, right toes past your left shoulder. You guys know what I'm saying, I think. Pull your hips to your right. Take another breath. And then swing it all the way back to center. Give yourself a couple rounds of cat-cow movement. Awesome, everybody. So we're gonna just repeat that on the left side. All right, so let's make our way back to down dog. Lug the hands into the floor, lift your knees off the mat, lengthen your spine, feel your breath. Left leg reaches back behind you, strong through that left leg. Push the ground away, hips stay really square and solid. And then you're gonna pull the left knee through, step it forward, coming into crescent lunge or high lunge. Sweep your arms up alongside ears. Breathe here, keeping that back leg strong and lifted and engaged. You can deepen into your lunge and start to open up a little bit more into this crescent. Take another huge breath here in this high lunge, your fullest expression. Exhale, hands down. Pick up your back leg, float it up for standing splits. So your right leg is in the air as you fold over your left. Option to take your left hand and forearm back behind your calf. Hold it in. Good. Take a couple more breaths here. Reaching through those right toes. Good. Step it all the way back to your lunge. Center your left knee over your ankle. Plant your right hand on the ground and sweep your left arm up for your twist. Option to bring your right knee down. Okay. If you've got that back knee lifted, really engage the legs, squeeze through your inner thighs and open through your chest. Take another huge breath. Exhale, bring your left hand down. We're going to crawl the hands over to the right side, that long edge side of your mat. Flat back as you inhale. And fold it in. Same thing here. We're just going to let the head and the neck and the jaw relax. Feel the ground through the inner and the outer edges of both feet. Engage a little bit through your quads and your inner thighs. Take another full breath here. And then on your next in-breath, stretch forward, flat back, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your hips and come all the way up to standing. Triangle, turn your left toes forward. Stretch out through your arms. Reach it forward, lengthen, and then tilt it over for that triangle. Good. Feel your legs, feel your feet, lengthen your spine, grow forward through the crown of the head, open and lift up through your heart. Nice, you guys. Take one more huge breath here. And look down at the floor. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Take up this right leg, stack the body here on its side. So right hip over your left, right arm and shoulder over your left. So just stay solid here for a couple of breaths. Move through that left foot. Exhale, take your right hand down, step it all the way back to your lunge, and then step your left foot back to plank. Shift your weight over that left hand and to the outer edge of your left foot. Reach your right arm up for side plank. Either flex your feet back toward your shins, engage your legs, or you can come down onto your left knee. Take one more huge breath. Exhale, right hand down, plank pose, go right back to downward facing dog. Now your left leg will reach back, lengthen it up, bend your leg, open through your hip, and pigeon on this side. So your left knee and shin move through, right leg stretches back behind you. Inhale here, lift up a little bit. And then crawl the hands forward and hold. Breathe here. Good. Take one more breath here. Make your way back up. And then take your left leg back. So you're coming back to your hands and your knees. And extend your left leg straight back. So powerful through that leg, stretch it back. Cross your left toes over to the right side of your mat and turn to your right this time. Pull your hips a little bit to your left as you look at your right. Gosh, saying that wrong. Look at your left toes. Pull your hips to your left. Take one more breath. Good. Sweep it back through center. Couple rounds, cat to cow. Good, you guys. Back to downward dog. Take a breath here. And bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop toward the top of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. All the way back up to standing on your in-breath. And then hands together at the heart. Good. All right, so we're back where we started, and we're going to go through basically the same sequence. I'm going to ask you to add a few things in if you want, or you can just take it down a notch or just stick with the same thing. So we're going to start with chair pose. So extend up, bend your knees, and sit into your chair. Now you can bring your hands to the floor and twist the same way we did, or maybe you bring your hands together at your heart, twist to your right, and take your left elbow to your right knee and come into your prayer twist. If you're doing your prayer twist, keep your shins and your knees level. Take another full breath here. Then ease back through center and switch sides. You're going to take right elbow to left knee, or if you're doing that split arm thing, you can do it that way. Opening up your chest toward your left. Keep lengthening your spine. Keep your knees and your shins level as best you can. Take one more breath here. And then release, exhale to your forward fold. Take your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Turn your toes out just a touch. Bend your knees and sit into your malasana, into your squat pose, which we did before. Now you can stay here or turn this into a crow pose, bakasana. So you're going to work your knees up to your triceps or armpits, look forward, pull the belly in, pull up your feet. Take another breath here. And then step or jump it all the way back to your chaturanga. Lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your right leg back behind you, reach it up. You can keep it here, or this time around, play around with your teeter-totter. So walk your left hand back to about the middle of your mat. Maybe take your hand away, your left hand away for a couple of breaths. Good. Left hand back to the floor. And then step your right foot through crescent lunge or high lunge. Reach your arms up. Keep it here as we did before. Or maybe this time you want to throw in a little turbo lunge. So you're going to bend your elbows and bend your back knee at a hover. Take another breath here, lean back. Reach back up as you inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Pick up your back leg, standing split. Good. So keep it here, or walk your hands forward a little bit and do a couple of little press hop, handstand hops. Good. Step all the way back to your lunge, setting up for your twist. You can keep the left hand down, reach the right arm up, or option to pick up your left hand, cross the left elbow, the outside of your right knee, and come into your prayer twist. This direction as we did in our chair pose as well. Take another cleansing breath here wherever you are. Good. Release and unwind. Walk your hands over to your left side, the long edge side of your mat. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Good. So again, you keep it as is, or maybe drop your head and your elbows and your forearms down to the mat and work into a straddle headstand. So the feet come off of the mat into your straddle. Maybe they come all the way up. And back to the ground, halfway lift, inhale, hands to hips, come all the way up to standing. Turn the right toes forward, triangle pose. Re-extend the arms, reach forward, bring the hand down. You can do regular triangle pose, or take your left arm forward alongside your ear, followed by the right arm. So you're coming into this core activated triangle with both arms reaching forward. Good. Transitioning into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Pick up your back leg, open it up, keep it here. Or this time, bend your leg, reach for the top of your foot. Kick back and open for your shoulder, for your heart, for your chest. One more breath here. Release out of that, both hands down, step back to your down or plank pose rather. Plank pose, shift your weight to your right hand, roll to the outer edge, take your left arm up. This time, option to take your left arm forward and float your left leg up, like scissors. Or any embellishment or variation you want to take. Take one more breath. Back to regular plank, to downward dog. Good. Take your right leg back and up. Bend your leg, open your hip. And pigeon pose. This time, well, you can take regular pigeon, or you can stay upright and take a variation of king pigeon. You bend the back leg, grab a hold of the left foot. Feel into your quad stretch. Good, you guys. Release out of that. Come back to your upright position. Now, before we took that right leg back and crossed it over, you can do that same thing. Or go back to your down dog, reach your right leg up, bend your leg and open your hip. Option to flip your dog, three-legged back bend or wild thing pose. One more huge breath here, wherever you are. Back to your down dog, and then child's pose. Before we take that Craziness on the other side. Just give yourself a moment here. Take another breath. Back up to your hands and your knees. And all the way back to downward facing dog. Take it one breath, one step at a time. So extend your left leg straight back. Strong through that leg, reaching. Keep it here, or teeter-totter. Walk your right hand back to about the middle of your mat. Maybe take your right hand away. Just throw a little extra balance in. Take another breath. Right hand comes back down. Step your left foot through. High lunge or crescent lunge. Reach your arms up. Keep it here. Or turbo lunge. Bend your elbows, bend your back knee at a hover. And start to turn back, opening your chest. Take another breath here. Stretch your arms back up. Take your hands to the floor. Standing split. So your right leg goes up this time. Fold over your left. You can reach around to the calf. Or maybe you want to play around with those little handstand hops. So bring your hands about a foot beyond your toes. Shift the weight toward your hands and pick up. Try to float up. Little hang time. Good. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. Center your left knee over your ankle. Right hand down, left arm reaches up for your twist. Option to pick up your right hand, cross your right elbow to your left knee, coming into that prayer twist this direction. Couple more breaths wherever you are. Release and unwind. Crawl your hands over to your right side. If you're in that wide straddle. Flat back. And fold. Keep it here. Or maybe work again into your headstand. So the weight moves into your head and your forearms, your elbows. The legs come up. Good. Release out of that. Come forward to a flat back and bring your hands to your hips. Come all the way up to standing. Turn your left toes forward. Triangle pose. So reach it forward and take it over. Keep it here one more time, or take your right arm forward, followed by your left. And so strong and solid through your core, your legs, your torso. Good. Come back to regular triangle and then send it into your half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Pick up your right arm and right leg. Option to grab a hold of your foot with your hand. So your half bow embellishment here. Good. Last full breath in your half moon variation. Release out of that. Step all the way back to your plank pose, upper push up. Shift your weight into your left hand, roll to the outer edge of your left foot, Vashisthasana. And this time, maybe take that right arm forward and pick up your right leg. Like a pair of scissors or a letter X. Take another breath. Good. All the way back to plank and then back to a downward facing dog. Take your left leg into the air. Bend your leg and open. And then take left leg into pigeon. And again, here you can fold it in, do regular pigeon. Or maybe you keep your body upright. Bend your right leg and grab a hold of your foot for a king pigeon variation. drawing your right heel towards your right glute. Take a couple more breaths here. Good, release out of that. And again, you have that option of coming to the hands and knees, taking that left leg back and crossing it over as we did earlier, or going into your down dog. Take the left leg back, reach it up, bend your leg and open, and then option to flip your dog into your three-legged back bend or wild thing pose. Good. Take one more huge breath here. Reach, reach, reach. Flip it all the way back. Down dog. Option for one more vinyasa here. Chaturanga. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Woo! I feel like that was pretty advanced, you guys. All right, down to your knees. Just about out of time. So you're gonna roll down onto your back, hug the knees to your chest. Rock side, side. The knees can be together or they can be a little bit separated. Maybe you draw little circles with your knees, either the same direction or opposite directions, like a heart shape. Grab a hold of your feet, happy baby. This is another great anti-shoveling pose, I think. Great stretch for the low back and hips. Try to relax through your shoulders, neck, jaw. You press your feet up toward the ceiling, but then pull them down with your hand. Try to neutralize your spine. And release the soles of your feet to the ground, about the width of your mat. Stretch your arms out wide and windshield wiper your knees from side to side. It's moving in a way that feels good to you. The next time your knees drop over to your right, I want you to pause here. Pick up your right foot and ankle, let it rest on top of your outer leg. Give yourself a couple of deep breaths here. Cross, bring back up. And just take them over to the other side. Get your left foot and ankle, let it rest on top of your outer right leg. Good, uncross, bring knees back in. Just any last little bit of movement or finishing sequence. Welcome to. Otherwise, you can stretch your legs out or get your arms up and back and give yourself a huge full body stretch. And then relax your arms down along your sides and find your way into Shavasana, corpse pose. There's no rush to get there. Take your time. And begin to expand your breath here. Haven't already. Start to awaken, move, open over to your side. And all the way back up to your seat. Your next in breath, reach back up, arms lengthen, and then hands come together. Practice today, guys. We'll finish with one round of Om. With a full breath in. Om. Namaste.
Wow.
Thanks, Kim. That was great.
Yes.
Good. Oh, I'm so glad. I thought that was a nice way to do advanced so that you can do it if you want.
Yeah, good.
So you guys are the best. Thank you so
Thank-
much. And I will see you, if I don't see you before I leave, I'll see you when I get back.
Have a great trip.
Thank you. See you guys. I'll send out the email. Thank you.
You got to-